Hello, this is Mr. Buffington, and we are going to look at lines of best fit today. First off, a scatter plot is a graph where you have comparing two pieces of data on the vertical and horizontal axes, and you put in points of information. You look for general trends, and specifically with a line of best fit, you're trying to say where is a good place to put a straight line that will have about the same above it and below it. So an average line, basically. In this case, we would draw the line about there and say there's no correlation between the data. The pounds of chocolate versus the monkeys in the zoo really don't impact each other, and so there's not really some kind of like upwards or downward trend here. It's just sort of a scattering of information. If we looked at a graph like this with the and asked the same questions, is there a trend and where would we put a straight line? You might think to yourself, there certainly is a trend here. It starts out kind of low and then it moves up. If we were to put a line of best fit, it would probably fit somewhere like that. When it increases as we move from left to right, we call this a positive correlation, but that would be the line of best fit there for our positive correlation. With our next one, we have a negative correlation. The general trend is downward, so we put a line of best fit right around there. The less drug use, the more brain power on this graph. Again, this would be called a negative correlation. When one increases, the other decreases. All right. So those are the three types of lines of best fit for linear, for lines of best, or for scatter plots that have kind of a linear, like a straight line. So what we're going to do is look at two more scatter plots, and we are going to kind of put in a bunch of different lines of best fit, and I want you to tell me which one, or to think about, you obviously can't tell me, which one is probably a good line of best fit for this group. Alright, so we've got, let's back it up, our yellow line here, our green line goes over there, red line goes straight through the middle, and the blue line goes through like that. And you might think the blue and red are kind of close together. Definitely the yellow and green are kind of off. But I think for this one, the blue line shows us the best line. It has the most, about the same number of dots below it and above it, and they're about the same distance from that line. Okay, so you notice with the red, it's kind of moving upward a little bit more. So it seems like it has less of an exact, this is where the line would fit. So this is a positive correlation. Line of best fit would probably be right about there. Let's look at a negative correlation. We've got, I'll stick in a couple of lines there. Again, the general trend is downward. It is a negative correlation. Where would we put the line? How does this line fit for us? No, that one doesn't show us the general trend. How about the green line here? That one's looking a lot better. How about our red line or our blue line? As you look at the different lines, you can kind of see, well, the one that, and we had it there at the second line, the green one that we put in there, this here has about the same number of dots below and above. It connects up with a couple of them along the way. It shows us the general trend and is pretty accurate. There is an outlier around skill level 20 up there at the skipping practice 25 times. There's going to be some outliers, and there's going to be some clusters, but a line of best fit will generally kind of go through about the middle and have about the same number of points on either side, and those points will be about an equal distance to the line. So those are some ways to draw a line of best fit. Your Common Core Anchor and Pennsylvania eligible content is listed for you here. I hope that lesson was helpful for you. Have a wonderful day.